foundations for different skin type. It's all about how you're going to move your body, and it's going to just be half of your face. So not much of expressions here, but expressions here.
Body language, less face, a lot of posture. Today we have a really prestigious guest here, Venice Min. She will be guiding us through the shoot.
What I wanted to see was, apart from teamwork, I want to see a whole package. Confidence and their energy level.
Where I'm leaning on her, like this, and like, you know, welcoming our faces like this.
We are real sisters, you know.
I think we did great.
We gave it our all.
What do you guys think?
Something different and funny.
Like it?
We picked this one. This was our favorite one.
Morning! Okay girls, let's warm up now.
Alright, let's go! Trail running is a great way to tone up and lose fat. So I really encourage you guys to do a lot more cardio, a lot more like high intensity stuff.
This morning, I'm bringing the girls to Rumah Zanum, and here we're going to spend time with the children, clean and paint the house. As Miss Universe, you have to be an all-rounder, and despite being intelligent and beautiful, you also have to have a heart, and you have to champion whatever cause that is close to your heart. And I believe, you have to always give back to society.
So we're making it as funny as possible and be engaging as possible. It's for their happiness.
Cleaning RX is Miss Universe Malaysia 2017's sole aesthetic and beauty cleaning partner. They're all about re-inspiring lives and realizing dreams. Today's photo shoot is really different. It's more of like a fun themed shoot where the girls can play with multiple props.
Everyone in the studio is having fun, dancing, singing. So good.
Give them some references of more strong postures, more attitude. Basically, we didn't want a typical bikini-looking kind of shot.
Well, I was a bit nervous because it's a bikini shoot, so I'm a bit body cautious.
I don't have any idea because it's not easy to pose inside the water. I just do my best for today.
It wasn't easy as I thought.
I just got my makeup and hair done, in progress.
I just got my hair and makeup done by Sephora and Chong. I would really like to thank them for taking such good care of me and making me look this great. Later we'll be heading over to Osawaru Korean restaurant in Insemark Mall
to meet some VIPs.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen there.
Tonight, the girls will be meeting the movers and shakers of KL. We have asked them to actually dress as how they would when they want to impress somebody. And this is part and process of, of being a beauty queen. You need to show off your social skills, you need to be charming, presentable, know what to say at the right time. So it's a test for them. We've got 8 very important guests coming this evening. Cindy Lee, who is the country manager for Sephora Malaysia. Stephanie Tay, who is the general manager of Cosmetic and Personal Care Division of Shiseido Malaysia. Ruben Koo, who is the editor-in-chief of August Men and Prestige magazine. Datuk Mahmood, who's the Group Managing Director of Magna Prima Berhad. William Key, Features Editor and Fashion Columnist of the Star newspaper. Fanny Ng, Communications Manager of the Majestic Hotel Kuala Lumpur. Hui Matthews, who's the founder of Ashby Nimble. And Dinesh Jared Sundram, who's the Cleo Bachelor 2016.
Should we pick you and not the other 17 girls?
All the movers and shakers look so friendly. I'm so excited to meet them.
I expected myself to be nervous, but I wasn't, so I guess that was a good thing. And I really had fun.
Of course, I think everyone here would love to win. In it to win it, right? Yeah, in it to win it.
Yeah, I think we did great. I think we were really relaxed at the end of it. And yeah, I think we were just being ourselves.
They are going to be experiencing their first catwalk class. I think most of them have never ever been on heels.
I've done a few runway shows, so I have experience.
I've never had catwalk experience. This is also new for me.
Pretty excited for it.
All the girls are here and I'm sure we'll have a good time.
Catwalk is a very big, integral part of being a beauty queen.
Shake your hands, shake your shoulders, relax, and go. Don't cross the legs as much as you can. Okay, it looks a little bit more womanly, a little bit more sexy. Okay?
Ball of your feet to balance the heel, not the heel itself. You don't hentam the heel because that's when the heel will go in and you're gonna have a hard time like yourself. Okay, it's gonna hurt your knees.
Thank you girls, it's been a very good session and go back and practice, you really do need to practice.
There's a lot of time for you to improve and be at your best, so give it your all, but don't forget to have fun.
Thank you very much. Thanks Chris, thank you Chloe.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very big welcome back. This is, of course, Miss Universe Malaysia 2017. Now, before we went off for a quick break, we did mention that we have a very special performance from a very special artist.
Definitely, ladies and gentlemen. This is someone who actually needs no introduction, but we're going to give it a little bit to you anyways.
Yes, we shall. This recording artist and stage performer was the very first reality star to come out of Malaysian TV.
He's also performed with none other than David Foster in concert. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Vince Chong!
Woo!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. me in, you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. Sing with me. 'Cause all me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, and I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose and win. And I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Listen, how many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is bringing you down. I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, and I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose and win it. And I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Give me all of you. Cards on the table and we're showing hearts, risking it all though it's hard. 'Cause all me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, and I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose, I'm winning. And I give you all of me. Sing with me, it's a big stage, don't leave me alone. All of you, and I give you
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Vince Chong!
Thank you very much. I'm not sure whether I could speak or not. Okay.
We actually have one more because we promised you it would be extra special. This next one, Vince is dedicating to our top 17 finalists. So please give them a round of applause as they come back to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince Chong on the top 17 finalists of Miss Universe Malaysia 2017.
Here we are, trying to find the pieces. Friend was there, have freaked out all inside. Hear a voice calling from a distance, a voice inside that makes you realize if you hold on to me, we can fly to infinity. When you hold in our hands, down you're standing next to me, and if you listen closely, you will hear the melody. And as you lean in deeply, let the music take control. Bring it out now. Bring it out now. Come on. Let the music take control. Let the music take control, yeah. Let the music take control. Let's give it up now. Let's give it up now, yeah. So here we are, trying to find the pieces. Friend was there, was running up inside. Hear a voice calling from a distance, a voice inside that makes you realize. If you hold on to me, we can fly to infinity. And when it's all in our hands, now you're standing next to me. Oh, and if you listen closely, you will hear the melody. As you listen deeply, let the music take control. Let the music take control. Woo-hoo! Woo! Let the music take control. Here we go now. Here we go now. Are you ready? Let's party tonight. This is your night, ladies. Here we go. Here we go now. If you wanna listen, let's gain it now. We're down with it. Let's see we love. Go Here we go. Go, let's move it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then work it out. Let's work it out. Beauty to the right. And pose.
Ladies and gentlemen, the spectacular Vince Chong.
Thank you very much.
And ladies and gentlemen, one last time for our top 17 on stage. And to be precise, this is the last time we will see all 17 finalists as finalists on the stage.
It's about to get really, really exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey has in his hands the results of who's going to be moving forward and joining the top 10.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we started the Miss Universe Malaysia 2017 auditions back in May nationwide and selected 50 candidates from hundreds of hopefuls. Next, we narrowed them down to 24 candidates before finally selecting the 17 finalists that you see here on our stage tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in my hand, I have the top 10 finalists who are going through to the next round. In no particular order, we will now look at our top 10. But first, are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? No, 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 no. This is the top 10. Are you ready to meet your top 10? Here we go.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm really feeling the tension at this point. I'm so excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first finalists who will be taking their spot in the top 10
is,
in no particular order, is finalist number 3, Sonia Naidu.
The next lovely lady joining Sonia in our top 10 is number 5, Samantha Katie.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next finalists taking their rightful place in our top 10. Finalist number 8, Kashini Ganesh.
Taking the 4th spot in the top 10 is finalist number 10, Gina Phillips.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next finalist in the top 10 will bring us to our halfway mark. 5 finalists, 5 more places to go. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way into the top 10, finalist number 11, Dana Lau.
Now, the 6th finalist to make it into the top 10 is finalist number 12, Sabina Vanan.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, who will take the next spot in our top 10 finalists? Let us now find out. Give it up for finalist number 13, Laura Simon.
It's getting real close now, ladies and gentlemen. Only 3 spots left. And the next finalist joining the other ladies on the front stage is number 14, Alimadi Kunasegaran.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, only 2 spots remaining. Which one of these beautiful ladies will be taken? That's 2 spots that's still available. Let's find out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, moving into our top 10 finalists. Contestant, finalist number 16, Pei Leon.
Now we have only 1 spot left. Who's it gonna be, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, Amelia, this is tense. This is pretty tense up here.
I know, I don't want to announce this next name, but ladies and gentlemen, it's got to happen. The last finalist in the top 10 is finalist number
17, Tana Lakshmi.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the top 10 Miss Universe Malaysia 2017 finalists. And a thank you very much, of course, to the other beautiful girls.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to say a very big thank you to our remaining 7 who have worked so hard, put so much effort into today. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our remaining 7. It has been a lot of work over the weeks and months to get to this point, and we appreciate all of your efforts.
Absolutely. So now moving on with the competition, I think it's time for us to make our way center stage. Because as we mentioned earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we have that first Q&A segment. So Joey, shall I start this one off?
Amelia, ladies first.
All right, so to break it down for you ladies and gentlemen, what's gonna happen is we're gonna invite each of our top 10 finalists to answer a question from a different judge, one by one, okay? And they're each gonna get a different question. Nobody knows what these questions are going to be, and we're gonna start it off with the first finalist in the final top 10. Can I have to join me, Sonia Naidu? This gorgeous lady, standing in silver. We've got a question for you, Sonia, coming up from Andrea Fonseca.
Hello, Sonia. Desperate female drug mules continue to be used by drug syndicates around the world to transport narcotics at great risk to themselves. What would your message be to these young women who may be considering to make a quick buck out of a risky business like this?
All right, Sonia.
Thank you for the question, Andrea. My advice to those young women who are making a quick buck by doing drug mule is to not do it. I want them to think about, I would advise them to think about your future and think about the consequences if you were to be a drug mule. And I want to spread awareness about this issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sonia. You may now return to the back of the line with the ladies.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall hear from our second top 10 finalists, Samantha Katie James. If you'd like to join me over here, Samantha. So Samantha, you will be receiving your question tonight from none other than Sean Leung. Sean, what's your question, please?
Hi, Samantha. How's it doing tonight?
Salam Sejahtera Malaysia. Tonight is really scary.
So, okay, this is my questions. Okay, who is your female Malaysian icon and why?
My favorite Malaysian icon would be Michelle Yeoh because she has reached up to the Hong Kong market as well as up to Hollywood, and I aspire to be like her one day. And also she was Miss Malaysia before.
There you go. Thank you very much, Samantha. You may return back. Amelia.
All right, so we have our next finalist. Can I have Karshini join me right in the front? All right, your question is going to be asked by Debbie Go.
If you were president of the world, what is the first thing you would do when taking office?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the question. Me being a medical student, I would make sure that surgery and healthcare is free to everybody in the world for that day, because healthcare is an essential need for everybody in the world, and it should not cost so much. And that's what I'd do if I was president of the world for one day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karshini.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall hear from Gina Phillips. Gina, if you'd like to join me over here, please. And now, Gina, you are going to be asked a question from Dato Hans Isaac.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You and the rest of the girls look wonderful tonight.
Thank you.
My question to you is, if you had 1 million ringgit to donate to a Malaysian charity, which one would you choose and why?
Thank you for your question. I would choose Malaysia's AIDS Foundation, because HIV and AIDS is a cause that I'm very passionate about. I think that it is important that we start breaking the social stigma around HIV and AIDS to aid the people that are right now suffering in it. And I think that I would like to start a conversation. So by donating to the AIDS Foundation, I would be able to start a conversation and begin to end the social stigma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gina Phillips.
The next finalist that's going to be joining me up here is Dana Lau. All right, Dana, you're going to get a question from Dato Sri Navneet.
Hi, Dana. How are you tonight?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good. First of all, congratulations for being the top 10 finalist.
Thank you.
All right, the question is, child abuse continues to be a big problem in the society. What is your message to people in society who abuse children?
Thank you for the question. My message would be stop. When you abuse a child, you are not only just physically and mentally scarring them, you are also harming the future of our society. As adults, we are responsible to take care of the welfare of children and also the future, and that's why you should not abuse them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dana. Back to you, Joey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from Savina Vanan. Come on out here. Come and join me. Savina, you are going to be asked a question from Judriana Jamaluddin.
Hello.
How are you
Hello,
feeling?
Malaysia. I'm good.
Well, just be yourself, girl, okay?
Yes, sure.
All right, so here's
Of
my
course.
question for you. Pay close attention, all right? It's a long one. Breast and cervical cancer continue to devastate the lives of many women in this country, regardless of race or religion. What would your message be to women to raise awareness about these cancers? Good luck.
Thank you, Juliana, for that question. Well, I believe that breast cancer awareness is very important. I actually had an aunt who suffered from breast cancer, but she was very lucky to have discovered it from very early. So I believe that prevention is always better than the cure. And I urge women out there to go and do your mammograms and your pap smears regularly so you can prevent breast cancer or cervical cancer. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Savina. Amelia.
Next up, we have finalist Laura Simon. Will you come join me? Laura cakap dalam bahasa Melayu, betul tak? Okay, so your question is going to be from Rizman Norden.
Hi Laura,
Hai Rizman.
salam sejahtera.
Salam sejahtera.
Bagaimana perasaan anda sekarang?
Perasaan sangat-sangat excited, nervous dan sangat happy pada malam ini. Terima
Okey,
kasih.
ini soalan saya. Agak panjang ya. Okey, kita hidup dalam masyarakat yang penuh berbilang kaum dan pelbagai budaya. Bolehkah anda memberikan contoh dalam hidup anda bagaimana ia telah memberi impak yang positif kepada anda?
Terima kasih pengadil Rizman. Boleh tak ulang soalan?
Kita hidup dalam masyarakat yang penuh berbilang kaum dan pelbagai budaya. Bolehkah anda memberikan contoh dalam hidup anda bagaimanakah ia telah memberikan impak yang positif kepada anda?
Terima kasih. Baiklah. Keluarga saya mempunyai pelbagai kaum iaitu Cina, Kadazan dan Melayu. Antara tiga-tiga agama ini, tiga-tiga bangsa ini, kami telah melapatkan silaturahim bukan sahaja berkongsi pendapat dan juga meraihkan sambutan bersama-sama, tetapi kami juga hidup aman dan harmoni. Sekian, terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Back to you, Joey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from Olimadi Kunasagaram. Olimadi, your question is going to come from Andrea Fonseca.
Hello, Andrea. If you become the Minister of Women and Family Development in Malaysia, what is the first and only thing you might do, and why?
If I had the honor of becoming the Ministry of Women and Family, I would start a campaign on sex education for young women to practice safe sex so that issues such as baby dumping can be avoided and shall be avoided. That's what I'll do, Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Olimadi. And of course, back to you, Amelia.
All right, next up we have our second last finalist in the top 10, Peleon. Will you come join me? And your question is coming from Dr. Hans Isaac.
Hi. Human trafficking, especially for women, is a big problem in the Asian region. What do you believe is the cause of this and how would you stop it?
Hi, Dato. Thank you very much for your question. One of the reasons I feel that human trafficking occurs is because of the lack of social and economic opportunity for these people. These people should be given education and letting them know that it's human trafficking is not good and there are way other opportunities for them and they can do this through education.
Thank you very much, Leon.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will hear from our last top 10 finalists of the Q&A session here today, who is none other than Tana Lakshmi. So, Tana Lakshmi, you are going to be asked your question from Judriana Jamaluddin.
Hey, girl. Hi, Judriana.
Hi, I'm glad you got my name right. Okay, so, you all right?
Yes.
Okay, here goes, last question, all right? So, what is your message to young women who want to get into the beauty pageant scene? What should they do to get to where you are tonight?
Thank you for your question, Juliana. I joined in here, Miss Universe pageant 2017, as a raw candidate. And the only thing which I had to challenge was my mind. So I'll encourage all the girls out there to have confidence in yourself. Give yourself an opportunity to come out there and shine. You never know what is ahead of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tana Lakshmi.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a round of applause, please, for your top 10 finalists?
And just think, ladies and gentlemen, one of these gorgeous ladies here tonight will be crowned Miss Universe Malaysia 2017.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to say thank you to the ladies. Let them go backstage and get some rest, because when we come back, we are going to be narrowing it down even more.
Indeed.
To our top 4.
One more elimination round, top 4, right after the break. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Ladies.
So I'm here with Lina Teo, our former Miss World Malaysia and Miss World second runner-up. Now, the contestants just went through the Q&A segment. How do you think they fared?
I think they did really well. It's easy to be sitting in our seats watching them and not realize how nerve-wracking it is. And I think some of the questions were really difficult. So yeah, I think they did really well.
What is your secret weapon to handling these tough questions?
Oh my goodness, it's just, I think it's the most terrifying part of the whole evening, actually. I actually found the local pageant a lot more difficult. I know, it sounds weird, but the international pageant, somehow they were a lot kinder with the questions. Here, they give you really tough ones. So.
We're prepping our girls well.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, I think you've just got to try and stay calm and level-headed, because once the nerves get in, I guess it's difficult to answer anything.
Do you have a specific favorite so far?
Yeah, there's a couple that stand out. I'm not going to tell you who. I'm going to keep them to myself. But you're a couple that I like that are through to the finals, so yeah.
Clearly, it's not just their answers that impressed you. What are the other characteristics or qualities that they have up on that stage that really make them stand out?
Well, a lot of people always ask me this question. I think beauty queens are always needed to be very well-rounded people. It's not just about external beauty, and I know it's very cliche, but it is really about what kind of personality you have. And for me, it's really about that it factor. When this person walks into the room, you're like, wow. It doesn't necessarily need to be an external beauty, it's just that they have this aura about them, and you can see the person that stands out on that stage has to be someone that stands out on the stage internationally as well. So they've got big shoes to fill.
Well, thank you so much for spending your time with us here tonight. We hope that your favorites make it through past the next round. We'll find out in just a couple of minutes, actually. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm standing here with a very familiar face, Nadine Anthomas, Miss Universe Malaysia 2010, one of our very own. You've been up there on that stage. How do you think the girls fared in the Q&A segment?
I think they did, of course you have some girls that did better and some girls that could have answered better in my opinion, but I think when you're on stage and you're put on the spot and you're in front of a few hundred people, it is very, very challenging. So irregardless, I think all the girls did their best, so I say kudos to all of you.
How do you go ahead and tackle these questions?
I think, really knowing who you are as a person, getting to know yourself really helps. And I think also being able to communicate with people well. I think that always helps. So when you get thrown a question that you may not anticipate, you'll be able to come up with it as quick as possible. So I think just really being on your toes, really practicing to be able to answer all sorts of questions from all different genres, I think is the most important thing. Because you want a Miss Universe, I believe, that is well-rounded and well-versed. And you want someone that understands not just about beauty, but about the world in general. Yeah.
Now, the format of this year's show has changed a little bit. What do you think of the newer format? Do you prefer it this way?
I think, what? It's 2017. New is always good. Different is always great. And why not? If it doesn't work, we can try something else. But so far, the show has been really amazing. I'm really happy to be here. And I'm rooting for, I have my favorites, but I wish all the girls good luck.
Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Clearly, you don't need an introduction. Andrea Fonseca, everybody. Now, I always ask everybody what it takes to answer these questions, but you're giving the questions tonight. I want to know how hard it is to come up with these questions, because they are tough, honey.
They are very tough, but the thing is, the simpler the question, the harder it is to answer it, because what is your favorite color?
Black.
But why? You see, that's the trick. If you can take a simple question and make it deep and meaningful. My favorite color is black because I always grew up with nightmares, and then I sought comfort in the darkness of the night, and therefore my favorite color is black. You see how you take it deeper? So it's very easy to answer a complicated question. It's very hard to answer a very simple question well. And that's something everyone tonight has to remember.
How do you think the girls fared, though? I thought they did decently.
They did actually very well. I saw them in the preliminaries, and I actually gave feedback, and I thought that they could have done much better. And really, tonight, they totally picked up their game, and I think that the entire top 10 were totally deserving. It was like literally my list that I made before even judging. And they were all really, really good, and I can't wait for the top 4, because I think when they cut this down, that's when everything comes out. Beauty will be secondary. Your intellect, your humility, and being charming, I think, and having the crowd love you will take precedent over everything else.
What do you think really are the qualities that makes our Miss Universe Malaysia stand out on the international stage?
Obviously, it's a beauty pageant, so they have heaps of months to prepare for this. So their preparation tonight is essential on their physique-wise. Sorry, on their physique-wise? That's not actually grammatically correct. On their physique. And physique-wise, it's important. However, once you go past that and you look on their answers, you'll be able to judge them how the Miss Universe judges will judge them. And I think Elaine has done an amazing job. And the judging process is so stringent and so strict and so audited. I didn't even get to plus my scores up and stuff tonight. But it's amazing what Elaine has done with the entire pageant. I mean, you only have to compare it with the previous years. She has the passion for it, and whoever wins tonight will be amazing.
Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna let you get back to it. Thank you.
Amazing job. She's done it.